Hey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to Dave's Watch channel. I'm Dave, and for this video, I'm going to be talking about what's the best, um, I don't want to say entry level luxury wristwatch to buy, right? If you're starting to get into um, uh, wristwatches, into the world of horology, you have a few options, right? However, you have to be willing to put in the money, right? You got to pay to play. It's unfortunate, but that's just the nature of the beast, right? Fine watches are not cheap, right? And you have and you get exactly what you pay for. In my opinion, the minimum you have to spend to get a fine timepiece is probably around 4,000 US to 5,000 US dollars. And at that price point, I think the best bang per buck, right, the best watch that you can get for that price point has to be the Rolex Oyster Perpetual, a 36 mil, or the Rolex Datejust. I used to say it would be the Omega Speedmaster, but I don't know what it is, but and I've kind of fallen out of love with the Speedmaster, and I think it's because Omega has just milked it dry. It has just lost its luster, it's lost its appeal. I don't know what it is, and I was an Omega Speedmaster fanboy. I have probably owned at least close to 10 Speedmasters. Speedmasters. I've had three vintage Speedmasters. I had a 1967 Speedmaster, I had a 1965 Speedmaster, and I had a 1968 Speedmaster, all 321 caliber. Now, those were fantastic watches. Right? I've also owned many 861 movement Speedmasters. They were fine, right? But at the end of the day, the Speedmaster, it's a great watch. It's a great watch. The only problem with it is the ones to have are vintage, and the vintage ones are not as practical as the Rolex Oyster Perpetual or the Datejust. Simply because they're not waterproof. I actually had a very unfortunate experience of wearing my Speedmaster when I was out. I was just riding a bicycle, and I got caught in the rain, and water got into it, and there was the movement just froze up, right? It just rusted, and it was it was a really, really bad experience. So fortunately, I was able to get it fixed. I had a very competent watchmaker. He disassembled the whole thing and got rid of all the rust, and everything was fine. There was a little bit of moisture damage on the dial, but it was okay. It wasn't terminal. I managed to sell that piece and move on to other pieces. But it just made me realize that the Speedmasters, the desirable vintage Speedmasters, was just not suitable for my lifestyle and for my climate. Right, I live in a very wet climate, and those vintage Speedmasters, they're really porous, right? So, in my opinion, the best entry level wristwatch the best value entry luxury wristwatch that you can get right now in the market is a 36 millimeter Rolex Oyster Perpetual, reference 116000. They are beautiful watches. I had a really good friend of mine. He just bought one. It was a 369 blue dial, sunburst blue dial. It was stunning. It looked so good on him. It was just perfect on him. 36 millimeter diameter. It wore like a 38. I mean, it was just perfect. It just fit so well. And of course, you have this Rolex Datejust 116200. Also, really, it's a great piece. You could also go for the 5-digit Datejust, 16234, 16030. I would kind of stay away from the real vintage ones, the 1601 with acrylic crystal, simply because you can get you can get a better sapphire one. It just feels a little better made. It has get one with a quick set date, just for practicality, and you'll be happy. You can hang on to that piece and decide for yourself if you're really into wristwatches, because maybe you're not. You never know, right? This is your first fine luxury timepiece, and it's impossible to go wrong with a 36 millimeter diameter Oyster Perpetual or a 36 millimeter Rolex Datejust. You just will not go wrong. Get it in steel, get whatever dial you like. It doesn't matter, Roman numerals, batons, whatever. See if you like it. I'm pretty sure most likely you will fall in love with it, and it's a great timepiece, right? So they're expensive, but they're not crazy money, right? They're not commanding excessive amounts like the Rolex Daytona, Submariner, GMT, right? And they're really good value buying, I feel, because everybody still wants a big 39 millimeter diameter watch, but the 36 mil 6-digit Rolexes, they wear really large anyway, and they will most likely be suitable for your wrist. So anyway, that's my opinion on what's the best first luxury wristwatch you can buy. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching. I'm out.